We are broadcasting. We are broadcasting. This is Pete Cohen. This is the OG Academy. This is a cup of black coffee. I love Organo. Do you love Organo? Do you absolutely love it? I bet I love Organo more than you do. What do you reckon? If we could measure it, if we had some way of being able to measure who loves Organo the most, I reckon I would be on top. Tell me, what is your favorite cup? My cup is, I love it all. Today I've had 1 cup of Supreme, I've had 3 cups of black coffee, I've had a mocha, I've had an OGX, I've had a shower and washed myself with the OGX soap. What else have I done? I've used the moisturizer. I am Organo. Tell me where you are in the world right now, please. I would love to know where you are in the world. I'd like to thank everyone and Organo Corporate, especially Edward, who set this up. Edward, you're amazing. Organo is the best thing since sliced bread. Well, actually, no, it's a lot better than sliced bread because I'm not a big fan of sliced bread, to be honest. I would prefer to drink a cup of OG, OG, OG. And today is terms of OG because I'm a little bit of an original Organo person, to be honest. I've been in the business for, I think this is maybe our 8th year. And Organo now is celebrating its 12th year. And I don't know how many of you came to the global mixer. It was amazing. I was very honored to be asked to represent the United Kingdom. But I'm only half of my business. The other half, of course, is my wife, Hannah Bradley Cohen, I should say. And I don't know about you. I don't know what your story is behind this business, but I'd like to share with you a little bit of my story. Then I want to talk to you about success. You know, I'm obsessed with success. I'm obsessed with people achieving whatever it is they want to achieve. I'm a coach. I love to help people. I'm an author. I'm a best-selling author, actually. And I'm a speaker. I speak all over the world. But a few weeks ago, there was something that happened all around the world. You might have heard of it. It's called the COVID-19 virus. That changed my life, as it's changed many people's lives. In fact, for some people, it's actually ended their life. But you know what? You and me, we are still in the game. We're still here, the game of life, and we still have an opportunity to do something amazing. And I believe Organo is one of the best opportunities in the world. How did I come across it? Well, my wife, who's upstairs watching this right now, she unfortunately had a brain tumor. That took us on an epic adventure to find a cure. We went to America where we met Dr. Rakowski. Dr. Rakowski, yes, give Dr. Rakowski and Kelly Rakowski a big round of applause. Big round of applause. Blue diamonds in Organo, going black diamonds soon, I'm sure. We met them, and he put my wife on a diet and just said, hey, if you drink coffee, drink this. Who would have believed that that cup of coffee would change the world? Because a year and a half later, Dr. Rakowski approached me about the business and I joined. And that business has changed my life. We have so many people drinking this product and they love it. They feel better. It's what they drink. They are loyal. They are loyal. I want all of you to think about this for a moment. How much money do you think companies spend on getting consumers to be loyal to their brand? Whether it's Nike, whether it's Adidas, whether it's Mercedes, whether it's Gucci, Versace, whatever it is, companies spend a fortune. Organo, we don't do that. We just share the product with people. People love it. They feel better. And they want to consume it. So are you ready to talk about success? Are you ready? Are you ready to take your business to a whole new level? Well, we know that really the best way to take your business to another level is take you to another level. And that's why we really are a personal development organization. You know, I'm so thankful to Mr. Bernie Chua, who came up with a wonderful idea many years ago to infuse something that people need into something that people want. Because invariably in life, people don't tend to do what they need to do. We do what we want. We know that we need to exercise. We know that we need to eat better, but most people don't do that. Most people want coffee, tea, multiple times a day, and we can service them. So you mind if I just stop talking to you guys and just sit back and drink my coffee? No, of course not. I'm not here to drink my coffee. I'm here to motivate you. It's Monday. It's Monday motivation. Now, if you want to be successful in Organo, the first thing you really need to think about, it sounds really obvious, but what is your why? What is your why? Why are you in this business? You know, people don't often buy what you do or how you do it. They buy why you do it. And if you have a big enough reason for doing this business, I believe people will buy into you. They might not buy into you straight away because we have to be in the long game. This is a long game. Why? Well, if you meet a stranger and you want them to eventually buy from you or come to a presentation, it's estimated that's going to take like 5 hours. 5 hours of contact time for that person to then go, okay, I want to know more. So if you were going to spend 5 hours with 50 people, that's a lot of time. So we have to look at playing the long game. But let's look at your why. My why is so big. Why? Well, I came across this business through what happened to my wife, which was one of the worst things that's ever happened to me, which has turned into one of the best things that's ever happened to me. As we are Emerald consultants in Organo, we have a team of people all over the world. We've got a big team in South Africa. We've got coffee drinkers all over the place. And I'm so excited to grow this. And I have in my mind this vision of people consuming this product all over the world. So you've got to know what your why is, right? And I dare you, especially if you have a team, to talk to your team and find out what their why is. This is one of the most important things. If you want to be successful, you got to listen. You got to listen to people. You got to be curious. And I have to tell you, newsflash, newsflash, newsflash. If you're a man, this is a generalization, you're going to have a problem with this. Because as a generalization, men, we're not very good listeners. And as a generalization, women make sense of the world by talking about what they see, hear, and feel. Now, whether you're a man or whether you're a woman, there's nothing better than you can do to actually listen to someone. Listen to where they are. Hey, how are you doing? Is there anything I can do to help you? Yesterday, we had a call with Mr. Colin Morgan, who many of you know of, and he's the vice president of Organo in Europe and Africa. And he was saying, you know, that question that we should all be asking people, hey, how can I help you? What do you need? To become someone who's playing the long game, someone who listens, someone who has their own vision, but also speaks to other people about their visions. Someone who has a big why. What's your why? In the chat box right now, tell us what your why is for doing this business. You know, I've got some people in my organization, Mr. Dan Jukes, who I think will probably be watching. If he's not watching, he is watching. Yeah, thank you very much. Because if he wasn't watching, I know what he'd be doing. He'd be doing something Organo related. There's no question about that. But his why is so big, you can't stop him. It's like you can feel it. And this is what we need to find out. Find out what people's whys are and support them. Because I'll tell you another news flash, right? This is not a get-rich-quick business. This is a business where you get to build relationships. If you want to be successful in your Organo business, build relationships. Build relationships on trust. Build relationships on just being a good human being. Does this make sense to all of you? Because I want to finish up, and I'm absolutely, you know, I'm honored. I'm truly honored to be here. I feel so honored to spend time with my OG family from all over the world because I know what's possible. And I'm hugely grateful to Mr. Paul Caldwell, our chairman, because he's a disruptor, right? He wants to disrupt the way that this business operates, and that's what we're doing. And we need to disrupt. And the best way to disrupt is to observe the masses and do the opposite. The masses don't do this. The masses are living for today. The masses don't have a big why. Let me just see if I can actually find my Think and Grow Rich book up there, which is just signed by Mr. Bernie Chua, top left. That's it. So, you know, thank you very much. Here it is. Look, I'm so lucky to have this book. I'm so lucky. I absolutely love this book, right? And this is the 17 Principles. Napoleon Hill, who spent 25 years writing this book, you know, one of the things he spoke about was that only 2% of people really have a burning desire, because a big why is a burning desire. or as he called it, a dot, a definiteness of purpose. And he reckoned that only 2% of people have that. And the 2% of people who have this have 100% success rate, right? So if you want to have 100% success rate in this business, do what the 2% do, right? And what the 2% do is they have a big why. You know, I've got my colleague who's behind the camera here, and we do a lot of work together. And I was talking to him yesterday about, you know, what do you want to do? You know, and he was telling me something, but I didn't really feel like he was telling me really, because I was asking him, what do you want to do? What do you want to have happen? And he was telling me about the type of life he wants to have. So then I fed back to him and said, I get the sense that the most important thing to you is just to create. You have to create something. You know, if you had nothing else to do and you still weren't being paid, you would still create. And if you want to be successful in your Organo business and you want to create something, you've got to have a big enough why. Your why, as Mr. Dan Jukes would say, makes you cry when you think about it. And you're in the long game. You've got a vision, but you also know what the vision and you know what the why of the people in your business are. You listen to people, you build relationships with your customers, with everyone. But the last thing I want to leave you with is called the motivation equation, right? So there is an equation that was designed by a psychologist called Piers Steele. And he's won the equivalent of the Nobel Prize in psychology. And this is what he said. The motivation equation is E times V, right, over I times D. Now, my maths is terrible. Don't worry. You don't need to be good at maths to understand this. But the word motivation means motive. It means movement. What is your movement? What is motivating you to do this? Because if you have this in place, then when you hit obstacles or someone says no or something happens, your order's late or someone says they're going to sign up and not sign up, you'll keep going if your motivation and your why is big enough. But what the equation is, and this is so important for us to get our heads around, is motivation is expectation, right? What is your expectation in doing this business, right? And what is the value of that? Now, the reason I draw arrows up here is we need to turn these things up. My expectation is that people are consuming Organo all over the world. That's my expectation. I'm confident of that. And I can see it. No matter what, I can just see, I know it's happening right now. And I value this. But I need to spend time every day just to remember this. And if I don't drive this up, this comes into play. What do you think this stands for? This is what we have to drive down. Impulsivity, right? Impulsivity, where you just impulsively think about doing something, but you do something else. You get distracted. And these are the killers to our motivation. And we live in a world now where it's so easy to start something with good intentions, and then it's so easy to give up. And what we have to do if we want to keep going is have a big expectation, have a big value, put a big value on Organo. I put a massive value on it. It's the thing I probably value most in terms of my business. And for me, it's a lifestyle. This is a way of life. I get up in the morning at 4 o'clock, I come downstairs, I put the hot water machine on, I have a cup of coffee, then I have another cup of coffee, then I make my wife a coffee, then I have a shower with an OG, then I have an OGX shake. It's a lifestyle. So this needs to all be a part of my life. Organo is a personal development business, and the business is there for you to succeed. And most of us have never built businesses. Most of us have worked for other people. And the more you work on this and the more you work on yourself, the greater the chance of success in your business. So please remember this, right? The motivation equation is expectation times value. Turn this up and turn this down. Be careful with impulsivity and careful with delay. Don't delay things. Do it now. The last thing I want to say to you is this. Look, Organo is a habit, right? It's a habit. And if you're building a new habit, and you stop doing something for a day, good luck in doing it the next day. If you stop doing things for 2 days, like sampling people and talking to people and presenting the business, if you do it for 2 days, it's almost like you're going to have to start all over again. We are a momentum business. And the more you focus on building the momentum, you keep going, you'll be 3 feet from gold, which is one of the greatest stories in Think and Grow Rich. I want to thank you for being here today. I have a podcast that has over 300 episodes. It's just my name and it's my name. It's the My 365 podcast. It's all on personal development and creating the success that you want in your life. If you like listening to podcasts, check it out. But make sure you stay close to the great company, Organo. Thank you to all the corporate team who make this available to us. Thank you to Dr. Bob Rakowski, Kelly Rakowski, Jacob Rakowski. Thanks to all of my team that are watching this right now. And thank you to Mr. Benny Chua. Happy, beautiful day. Everyone, thank you for watching. Any questions? Edward, do we have any questions that we can answer? And thank you to you once again, Edward.
Thank you, Pete. Yeah, just waiting on some questions to come on. Love the subject. Great subject. Thank you, Pete. Let's see if some questions are coming in.
No problem. It's always a pleasure, and I'm always happy to show up and do some presenting. And people need help. It's not an easy business. It's not difficult, but it's not easy, right? I mean, you know that probably just as well as everyone else. You've been in the business, I think, longer than me, right? Or in Organo, right?
Yeah, thank you. No, absolutely. We all need some help and different perspective. Great that we have people from all over the world pitching in. And thank you again. I've been in the company since 2012. This with Organo. So yeah, I don't know what year you came in.
I think it was 2012. Yeah.
Oh, good. So
yeah.
We're partners there.
I know how hard you guys.
No questions, Pete. I don't see any questions. Maybe for the next call or if I can scan this again. If there's any questions, I will address them. I'll send it to you, and you can address them.
Thank you so much, guys. Have a wonderful day. Whatever you're doing, go out there and do something right now. Go and speak to someone. Get your chicken list out. The people you don't want to speak to. Go and approach someone. Go and approach someone you've never met before. Build relationships. Build your why. Share your why with other people. Play the long game. Have a vision. Listen. Listen to your own internal world, the stories you might be telling yourself that are getting you in the wrong way. Listen to the people in your team. Build relationships and know your why. And think about this. Drive this up. Drive up the expectation and the value. Drive down the impulsivity and delay. We'll see you next time. Thank you, Organo. Remember, it's easy. It's simple. It's just the best coffee in the world. See you soon.